Hi students, in our previous lectures we have seen time of flight for a projectile thrown on inclined plane. As we had discussed that for a projectile thrown on inclined plane, if we take x-axis to be along the incline and y-axis perpendicular to the incline, we can write. So for the projectile thrown on inclined plane, I want to use a relation for the time of flight which we had discussed for a projectile which was thrown from ground to ground. The result which I will utilize here is that time of flight for a projectile thrown on ground is 2u sine theta divided by g. Here, if we notice, u sine theta is the velocity component perpendicular to x direction at t equal to 0, and g is the acceleration perpendicular to the x direction throughout the motion. So, I had written u sine theta to be the u perpendicular, the component of velocity of projection perpendicular to the surface over which it has been thrown. And on the other hand, a perpendicular, I have taken it as g here because g is perpendicular to the plane on which this projectile has been thrown. So I will modify or rewrite the time of flight for this projectile to be equal to 2 times u perpendicular upon a perpendicular. Remember, here u sine theta, I have written it u perpendicular and g is the a perpendicular, means perpendicular to the plane over which this projectile had been thrown. And if we resolve a projectile's motion which was thrown on inclined plane in two mutually perpendicular directions, what change we are doing here is we are taking x direction along the incline instead of along the ground, and y direction perpendicular to the incline. If we use this reference frame, then what we observe? We observe that velocity of projection has the two component. One component along the incline, it is u cos theta, and other component which is perpendicular to x direction is u sine theta. As we had discussed earlier, for the formula of time of flight which we had written 2u perpendicular divided by a perpendicular, we find the value of u perpendicular here for this projectile, and it is no doubt u sine theta. So I am taking u perpendicular as u sine theta, and as g is vertically downward, so its one component which is g cos alpha will be perpendicular to the plane over which this projectile has been thrown. So I will write a perpendicular to be equal to component of g perpendicular to the incline, means g cos alpha. So by using the similar type of relation, we can get time of flight of this projectile on the incline equal to 2u sine theta divided by g cos alpha. Now, I think you got the correct situation here. If you are not finding it is easier to understand this concept, then you can also use very similar method based on equation of kinematics S equal to ut plus half at square. You can use it to get the same result. I am doing the same result with that particular process so that you may get the clear cut idea and by what way I have taken it in this manner, you can be able to understand that also. So my alternative method to get the time of flight will involve the use of S equal to ut plus half at square, and for this projectile we can say u vector, it is equal to u cos theta I cap plus u sin theta j cap. Acceleration vector A can be written as minus g sin alpha I cap minus g cos alpha j cap. So using these values into this equation, we can get displacement of the projectile in the taken reference frame to be equal to u cos theta I cap plus u sin theta j cap multiplied by time t minus half g sin alpha I cap plus g cos alpha j cap multiplied by the time t, which finally reduces to S equal to u cos theta minus half g sin alpha t square I cap and u sin theta t minus half g cos alpha t square, it is j cap. We can say here this component of the displacement is along y direction j cap. So, and this component is x displacement is in one complete time of flight, y displacement of projectile is 0. So u sin theta t minus half g cos alpha t square, it is equal to 0, or time of flight t is equal to twice u sin theta divided by g cos alpha. Now you can easily understand what the time of flight is. I have obtained the same result using two different phenomena also. I got the same answer, no doubt. First one method was smart method, while the second method is usual, a descriptive result which we got here. So if we use the time of flight t as we had done here, this result is also of the same form. You can see here the u sin theta is u perpendicular, and this term g cos alpha is a perpendicular. If theta is equal to alpha equal to phi, say, then time of flight becomes 2u upon g tan phi.